All right, so we got Speakeasy and the Arena. I'm gonna react to both. I'm gonna put timestamps. This is gonna be on Sheduer's breakout game.
To him taking Sheduer out on that 2-point conversion.
That was the last.
I know that's gonna be a huge topic.
Kip, I need to know, what was your reaction to him taking Sheduer out on that 2-point conversion?
That was the last straw.
Tell him. Yes.
Done.
Tell him, Skip.
Kevin Stefanski should have been fired last night.
Yep.
He will be fired at the end of the season. He did not want Sheduer in the first place.
I'm gonna be honest. Let's say hypothetically, if the play worked, he's not getting fired. But the play didn't work, so they didn't practice it enough. They didn't communicate enough. Something went wrong. Do I think that's a terrible play? No. Like, do I think attempting to do what it looked to be a Philly special with the receiver instead of Sheduer in there. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Anyways, though, or some type of wildcat. But hey, it is what it is. Should they have kept him in there? Maybe, yeah. I don't know.
He has tried everything in his power to keep Sheduer from succeeding this entire football season.
I can say this. I do like that it wasn't just a direct snap, and like there was supposed to be some more trickery with it other than just a snap and run. There was some motion, maybe a handoff, potentially, rather than what they've been doing the past 2 games, which is just a direct snap and run. So they tried to switch it up. So I can kind of respect that. You potentially catching the opposing team off guard, but they failed. They messed up their own play
to the point of sabotage. That was pure sabotage yet again, as he made Sheduer take the trot of shame, as I call it. You force him off the field for a play that he would have made because he'd been making that play for the entire game. And Kevin Stefanski just didn't want Sheduer Sanders to be the hero of that game. He said, I'll do anything in my power to keep you out of the spotlight here. You got us to the edge of the spotlight. You're not going to see.
Bro, it don't matter if Quinshon Judkins threw a touchdown pass. We clearly knew Sheduer balled out. I mean, that's clear as day. You can't take that away from him. I respect that the Titans are not a great defense, but you can't take that away from him.
He's the spotlight from me, not on my watch. And he took him out and went wildcat again, and it was obviously an embarrassing abomination of a play. So the big picture yesterday was that with his career on the line, Sheduer Sanders played a game of his life, throwing for 364 yards. He showed you why he should have been the first overall pick in the draft, because he outplayed Cam Ward head-to-head. I said it before the draft, and I'm going to say it again. Sheduer is just a better all-around. I like Cam Ward, but I love Sheduer. Sheduer is a better thrower of the football than Cam Ward will ever be. Cam competes. I got it. He's a little more athletic than Sheduer, but Sheduer has sneaky athleticism that was on display yesterday. Athletic mobility, because he ran for a touchdown from 7 yards out that showed you in the red zone what he can do with his legs as well as his arm. He had thrown 2 red zone touchdown passes, 1 yard and 7 yards. He showed you touch and feel that he has because he's just gifted. He's got it. He's got the whole passing package, the whole moving in the pocket package. He's it. He's who Cleveland has been looking for. So after he demonstrates in the red zone what he can do, after he brings the Cleveland Browns back, as they played as a football team, lousy game against a 1-11 team. They're getting a punt blocked. Their little Dylan Sampson fumbled. They kept putting Sheduer in hole after hole. They're down 14-3. They're down 31-17 with 5 minutes left. And he goes 66 yards in 5 plays to cut it to 31-23. Then he goes 80 yards in 7 clutch plays to cut it to 31-29. And right on schedule, here we went again, and it just made me want to vomit in my living room. Seriously, just made me want to vomit because Stefanski did it to him again, and you let little Quinshon Judkins run some bizarre wildcat trick play. You ran a trick play.
We do have the video. Let's watch it.
Oh yeah, let's
We
watch
got
it.
a
Cool,
comment.
cool.
This was a.
I was
What
going to say
in
something,
the-
but
Looks like he just forgot to pitch it.
Yeah, I don't know what.
What's going
Got to
on?
go right.
He
oh,
didn't.
boom. Now let's say he did pitch this. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you that could have been a conversion. It's the entire defense is facing this way, and the only two people who are there to potentially blow up that play. This guy's out of position. Guy right here, and this guy right here is completely blocked 1-on-1. So I mean, if he would have pitched it, that could have worked out.
No. Oh yeah.
Look at this. Look at this. Clear gap right there. And again, let's say this guy shaded inside. It's a clear gap outside for the conversion. So, I mean, was it really a bad play? This is in my opinion, is smart because all the wildcat that they've ran is just a direct snap to Juggins and he just runs forward. You know what I mean? So they're going to automatically think that's exactly what you're going to do. So they just didn't execute. You know, I mean, it is what it is.
Supposed to do that. Oh, maybe I'll throw it back.
Away.
Oh, so bad.
Oh,
That's
What?
yeah. That's
What was
that's
that
a
over
nightmare.
keeping Sheduer in? That's
Yeah.
what you went with?
It looked like they had run it one time in practice and Judkins forgot what to do.
Right.
That's what it looked like. And that's the play you called. And I'm sure when it got called in the huddle, Judkins was like, huh? Seriously?
Yeah, that's what you wanna
We're
run?
going to do this? So, again, Sheduer had the hot hand. Sheduer was having a hot game. Sheduer would have converted the two-point play if you'd kept the ball in Sheduer's hands. Sheduer is who they have been looking for, and Kevin Stefanski is not who they've been looking for. You got to get him out of Sheduer's hair, out of his way, out of his sight, out of his mind, so that Sheduer can.
I'm gonna tell you this: if Stefanski can be all in on Sheduer, I think it could work. But he's got to be all in on Sheduer. Like, there's no turning back. There's no I'm 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If he is accepting of Sheduer being his quarterback, I think it could work. Has he been a bad coach this year? Yes. Has he previously been a bad coach? I don't know for sure. I can't really think of him. I know he won 2 Coach of the Years, but I don't know how good the Browns have really been. You know, like aside, the defense has been good for years, at least solid for years. You know, I mean, you've had Denzel Ward and Myles Garrett and other guys coming in and out for years, but I mean, I don't know. If he has a track record of being a decent coach, they had at least it appeared to be somewhat of a decent enough offensive game plan. Sheduer was making some great throws. Then I say, it could work, but if he's 1 foot in, 1 foot out, then yeah, you need a head coach to be on the same page with him.
And continue to rise and shine and be the quarterback that he showed you he can be yesterday.
Yeah.
I hated everything about it, man. As a defensive player, I think you scored a touchdown, you kicked the extra point.
Right.
Then y'all come down and score another touchdown on us. We have no momentum. We are on our heels. Then you go for the 2 and win it. Or if you ain't feeling it, you kick another extra point, go to overtime at home. We don't have no momentum. So I know the analytics say one thing, but come on, man. Analytics not calculating the mind of a defensive player. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. You go for it, you don't get it, you score another touchdown. Now we got to get this one, right?
The defense got fooled on that two-point conversion.
You take Sheduer out.
They just blew it.
After he in his bag, 365, 4 touchdowns, and you take one rookie out, bam. You put the ball in another rookie hands, Judkins. He gonna run it, he gonna pitch it to another rookie, Larverdale, and then he gonna throw it to another. So you want every fucking rookie on the field except for Sheduer.
That's right.
Then you got a backup tackle running the over route.
Just think of that, bro. They got
That's what we
all
came up
them
with for the
rookies.
game. Are you saving?
they got
That's your best 2-point play.
Nice
you can't
young
be
squad.
saving your best 2-point play because you ain't going to the playoffs.
In terms of
So
youth.
it ain't like you saving them. We gonna save our best shit for the
Yeah.
playoffs. I just can't, bro. Like, you take your hottest rookie out and let every other rookie on the field touch the bitch.
Yeah, and Larvidan's undrafted, like he's just some guy.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So he gonna touch the ball.
I don't do bro like that.
He gonna throw it to Fannin, and you gonna start it in his hand.
I do
I
that.
just can't. If that was Jackson Dart and he had 365, 4 touchdowns, DeBow putting it in his hand.
Oh,
no doubt.
If that was Cam Ward with 365, 4 touchdowns, Mike McCoy putting it in his hands. I don't give a fuck what we practice in practice.
No doubt.
We run the play, put it in his hand. If that was Tyler Shuck,
we saw what he did.
Kellen Moore gonna put it in his hand.
Yep, he would.
If that was fucking Dylan Gabriel, Stefanski would have put the ball in his hand.
No doubt.
And I don't care what we practice.
No doubt.
You cooking like this, I'm putting it in your hands.
Yep.
So this shit clear as day, man.
It is.
It's clear as day, man.
After that, that's a fireable offense.
It's pitiful,
Stefanski.
man.
You pass up the
Been a
point.
fireable.
You got it. You go for it. You go for 2 twice. They have the phone.
Again, I don't think. I mean, y'all let me know in the comment section, please. Give me y'all thoughts, because I don't think that's fireable. I mean, again, looking at the play, if the plan was for Judkins to pitch it to Larvidan, it looked clear like they would have scored that conversion. Only issue was that there was some form of miscommunication. Was the play bad? I don't think so.
Fumbled snap, and then that play right there. Sheduer is dealing, right? Sheduer is the entire offense. They can't really get the run game going. The defense is usually great. They can't really stop the run game. Sheduer is dealing all over the field. You pull him out of the game. Last week, they tried to do that with Fannin. They tried to do the little tush push, the little sneak with Fannin.
Turnover.
He fumbles it.
Fumbled it.
Leave your best playmaker on the field. Let him.
I'm not mad at that, though, because, I mean, how many teams do we see do that on a regular basis? There's a multitude of teams now who are trying to run the tush push, and they put their tight end in. Ravens did do it with Mark Andrews. Texans just did it with Cade Stover. They're not the only two. I just can't think off the top of the head. But this is not new, where teams are doing tush pushes with the tight ends. So the purpose of that is to risk not getting your quarterback hurt. So again, I get everybody wants Sheduer to have the ball in his hands the whole time, and the narratives, and I get that all of this is good for clicks too. But realistically, are these individual plays that they're pointing out bad decisions by a coach? No. Do I think his play calling has been great this year? I don't think so. But I need them to point out the bad play calls and not stuff that I don't know. The stuff that I feel like they're pointing out right now are just not bad.
Continue making plays. Now, as defensive guys, right? If it's a 2-point play and they pull Sheduer off the field and they got Judkins back there, what are you guys looking for? You guys are looking for the run or the trick play, right? So everybody's antennas up, right? Okay, either Judkins going to run that thing downhill or it's going to be some trickeration shit, right? Mm-hmm. Leave Sheduer in the game. Give yourself a chance to score. Even if the play's not there, it's not schemed up, maybe he can run it in. Maybe he can make a miraculous play. But go out riding and dying with that Judkins reverse pass, all that bullshit, no. Stefanski's done in Cleveland. He's supposed to be this great offensive mind, and he's got it going there a little bit. They got the run game going. But look how many quarterbacks they've been through. Yeah. Look how many failures.
I do not think having a good run game makes you a good offensive coordinator. That's my opinion on labeling somebody a great offensive mind. I think being able to break down the defense with a pass is way more intricate. I think that defines a good offensive play caller. To each his own on that statement.
That have come through there, and that's the biggest indictment on Stefanski. He's supposed to be a quarterback whisperer. He's supposed to be this great offensive mind. Well, every season they get down, they lose a bunch of games, and he has to hand over play calling duties. And then you look at Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield, now he was young, and he was pressing too much, and he was trying to make things going. But the reason he was pressing was Stefanski couldn't develop him. Mm-hmm. So I think this is a thing where Cleveland they've been down in the dumps forever. They haven't been playing great. They finally have their quarterback in Sheduer. Get Stefanski out.
And that's it's kind of questionable to me, because him winning Coach of the Year, one of them coach of the years, and this is no bias, but one of them coach of the years, I feel like D'Amico Ryan should have won over him. But like, I get the team, because I do feel like some teams can carry a coach. This is my opinion as a Texans fan. I feel like the Texans did it with Bill O'Brien at one point. We had J.J. Watt, we had Brian Cushing. I don't know if D'Amico Ryans was there at that point. Kareem Jackson, Jonathan Joseph, Jadeveon Clowney, DeAndre Hopkins, Arian Foster. Was Arian Foster there? No, he wasn't. Deshaun Watson, Will Fuller. I think Lamar Miller was there at that time. But I feel like we had a mad talented team. The defense was nice too, but coaching, I feel like is kind of what held us back. And I do think the Browns have a fairly talented team. I think they got talent on that squad. And is it the talent that has carried the coaching? Because if this has been multiple seasons where he's been relieved of play calling duties, that's interesting. You know what I mean? But again, y'all enlighten me, educate me, please, because I'm not a Browns fan, so I'm not watching in detail in terms of what's going on. But is he really that nice of a coach? And has he been that nice of a coach? Do y'all feel like, is it the coordinators carrying him? Is it the talent carrying him? Or he's really that nice of a coach and he earned both of those Coach of the Year awards?
Out of there, go get a great young offensive mind to come in, develop Sheduer, get some more pieces on the outside, get that run game going, and get this thing going in the right direction. Because another year, Stefanski, it's going to be another 2 or 3 win year, and you're going to waste Sheduer in his prime, and then where you at? Do the reset now.
They bring Stefanski back, they're going to burn that stadium down. I promise you.
If I was a Browns fan, I'd burn that shit down.
You're going to burn that stadium down.
By the way, you did play there.
You got to go, brother. You got to go, man. First off, as a head coach, your job is to put your team in the best situations to win football games. You're not doing that. You're putting them in the exact opposite. Now, going to specifically Sheduer in the game, 14 points. The first one, you come down and cut it to one score, you go for 2, which was dumb. That was just dumb. Then he come back, 80-yard drive, and you put your running back in there to play quarterback. You take your quarterback out, you put your running back in there to play quarterback. Like, what sense does that make? You got to go, like you said, Rich, you got to go, man. You're not helping your team. You're damn near sabotaging. And, you can't have it. You bring them back, it's just going to cause more confusion, and it's going to be disaster. It's going to be disaster. Now, I will say, as good as a game Sheduer played, you damn near thought the Browns won. Like, I forgot they lost the game.
That was a win for them.
I literally forgot they lost the game. I was about to come in with Skid with my Brown shit on. I said, hey, we didn't even win the game. We lost. What? We lost. So that just tells you what Sheduer brings to the city.
Yeah.
Forget the city. The whole NFL was standing up watching Sheduer play.
Yeah.
Right? He stood tall in the pocket.
Now, I seen Sexy Red tweet about the game. What? He's watching basketball? Interesting. I said basketball. I'm playing 2K while I'm listening to this. But you watching football? Like, just random. But yeah.
He throws as pretty as a ball in snow and slush. And the ball was just beautiful. The way he threw the Judy
that was a laser.
That was
right now, bang.
He couldn't drop that one.
Right now, bang.
Right now, bang. That was beautiful.
It was beautiful.
Listen to that advice.
Yeah, so I agree with everybody on this panel. Like,
that ball to Judy was so nice.
You don't deserve another job anywhere in this league, whether it's quarterback coach, coordinator, or nothing. You need to go down to college or maybe high school for what you're doing to this team, man. And that's point blank period, man. I'm done. I'm done. I'm like Skip, man.
And on Friday, Skip, we said that Sheduer needed a performance that showed that I'm what the city been looking for.
Yes.
That was it.
That was it.
That was it. We called 2. It was too early.
I
had him for 250.
I had
went
him
100.
for 22 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And we were like, dang, 250. That's
And it wasn't like he was
Boy
getting a
went
ton
for
of
three.
support with the other guys. They didn't get the run game going.
Right,
It was kind of
right.
hard. I mean, that was all on Sheduer.
Man,
That was
him.
him
Yeah.
making plays, showing off his arm talent, showing off his mobility.
Ripped through
You
the
know,
sleeve.
Yeah, I mean
That was
that's
cold.
all you need to see. And then you look at it, what's holding him back? It's Stefanski and his poor decision making.
I bet you it's a lot of coordinators or coaches around the league was looking like, hey, shit, we can win with Sheduer.
Thank you.
A lot of
Yeah.
people looked
Yeah.
and saw that and said, hey, we can win with bro,
I
for real.
just wanted to get a good
Maybe
coordinator.
he belongs somewhere else before this is over.
Ooh.
Nah, man. He need to stay in Cleveland. He need to bring us back.
All
We
right.
need Sheduer in the city.
That's the type of
Browns-
situation
Yeah.
he want, though.
Yeah.
He don't want to go to the front runner. He want to
Nah.
go to a situation like that and flip that around and have that.
That's
popping.
what. That's
Yeah.
great.
That's just what type of guy he is.
Greatness.
What
I mean, you know, it kind of fits the narrative too. You know, him going to Jackson State, him going to Colorado. You know, losing programs is turning them into winning programs.
coach does Sheduer need?
He needs a young offensive mind. I don't know
Give
if
me
you
some
go.
names.
I don't know if you go young.
Bro, that is a good OC head coach. They so hard to find, bro. The thing is like, because it's all gambles. I feel like it's easier to hit on a good defensive head coach than it is a good offensive head coach. Because with a defensive guy, you know his mentality. Typically, he's gonna be a player's coach. The team is gonna feed off of that. Defense is gonna feed off of that. Offensive mind, you got to have the right OCs. And it's like with a defensive-minded coach, the defensive coordinator typically is going to feed off of him. And you know, you got one side of the football that feeds directly off the coach. A good OC is just, I just feel like it's more of a gamble, you know? It's much more of a gamble. I feel like it's a little, it's not a lot of good offensive football in the NFL, you know? We got maybe 5 teams that play really good offensive football out of 32. Everybody else is like, okay, or they're relying on their offensive talent. Like, but the play calling for like, it's probably maybe a good handful of teams that have legit, consistent, good offensive play calling. So, I don't know.
Offensive mind for the head coach, but you got to get a young offensive mind that's creative.
Let me know your thoughts on that.
See what Sheduer does well, play to his strengths, you know, see the whole offense kind of, you know, at 50,000 feet. What do the receivers do well? What does the offensive line do well? How can we get a run game that complements Sheduer's skills the best? I mean, Joe Brady, someone out of the McVay tree. Joe Brady's probably going to get a head coaching job, but I just want to see some creativity, and I want to see someone come in and say, Sheduer's our guy. No more fucking around.
Yeah.
No more Dylan Gabriel. No more, you know, veteran Band-Aid. Sheduer's our guy. He's our guy going forward. Let's build around him.
Yeah, and it's very important you find somebody who truly believes in Sheduer, because there are a bunch of people out there who'll say it, but they don't really believe
Right.
it.
100%. Yeah, I mean, that's the NFL. You always say it, you know, it's the good old boys league.
It is.
There's a lot of people out there that want to see Sheduer fail. So you got to bring a guy in that 100% bought in on Sheduer, bought in on all the antics, the personality and the swagger and all that stuff.
All that.
A guy that can come in and understand Sheduer, understand the bigger picture with who he is off the field, and then a guy that can come in and build around him and get some creativity and get some shifts and some motions and some run game and some quick screens and some draws. You know, draw up the whole thing and build it around Sheduer. 100% believe in him, give him confidence, and let him go out there and roll.
And trust me on this,
younger coach.
it wasn't Kevin Stefanski who announced that Sheduer will start the rest of the year. That came from the owner.
Oh, 100%.
That was the owner saying, Jimmy Haslam, who does like Sheduer and does like his father. And I was happy to see the father was there, and they hugged on the sideline before the game.
Is that real? Like the owner actually said that, or he's just like
it just
speculating?
Felt right.
I think if I'm Jimmy Haslam and I'm sitting back and I'm looking at this thing, I'm going to look at one thing. Okay, so we have 2 rookie draft picks. We go Dylan Gabriel, we go Sheduer, right? We start off the season with Joe Flacco. Offense looks like trash. They couldn't move the ball. Joe looked old and archaic and 1 foot out the door. Now Joe goes to Cincinnati and has a ton of.
I'm gonna be real. The offense didn't look trash. It just looks very mediocre with Joe. And I say the same thing with Dylan Gabriel. It looked very mediocre. The one thing that Sheduer has done better than both of them is extend the play. Now, obviously throwing, too, but for sure him extending the play has been a lot better. And you know, instinctually, I think he makes some better plays too. But you know, it's kind of a band-aid for these coaches, man. You know, kind of like Brian Daboll. I think his play calling when he had Russell Wilson was not great, but Jackson Dart comes in, and I said this before Russ got officially benched, but you know, if Jackson comes in, he could give them a spark, but is probably going to look better because of his athleticism. Now Jackson played better than Russ overall, but some coaches try to use that athleticism as a band-aid, and you know, you rely on the individual's talent and playmaking skills rather than relying on their own play calling, you know, because if you got elite play calling, I don't need to rely on you escaping out the pocket and running around all day, you know, because I got the answers to their defense. You escaping and that being the emergency button, that should be like the icing on the cake, cherry on top. And you know, again, it's an emergency button, and you extending the play is a great escape plan. But yeah. I forgot what I was even relating that to.
Old and archaic and 1 foot.
Joe Flacco. Yeah. But again, I think some of these I think some of these coaches use that as a band-aid, the athleticism and moving around. But I guess that's kind of off topic. On topic, I think the play calling has been mediocre, and I think it looks better with Sheduer because Sheduer is, as of right now, the better quarterback. But again, as well as his mobility and athleticism. But I like Joe. I mean, clearly we see what Joe did in Cincinnati. So you know, I think Dylan Gabriel will probably look better in a better system. So you know, hey, it is what it is.
Out the door. Now Joe goes to Cincinnati, has a ton of success. They're running simple concept. Flacco's dealing the ball. He looks awesome. Then we get to Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel is a pocket passer. You know, he wants to keep everything short, wants to keep everything around the line of scrimmage, but still wasn't able to crack through. Now you have Sheduer. Sheduer has a statement game. If I'm Jimmy, I'm sitting back and I'm asking Stefanski, why was this not our guy sooner? Mm-hmm. We have 3 wins. Mm-hmm. We're completely out of it, and now we have our guy. So where the fuck are we? We are nowhere.
Yeah, first 300-yard passing from a rookie.
In a long time.
Come on now.
And I keep on looking at Clint Kubiak, man. I ain't gonna lie.
Cool.
Okay. I love that.
He a young guy.
I love that.
He been around us. He was there when we was around him. He good with personalities.
Yeah.
That would
and
be
he got
interesting.
the fucking Seahawks clocking. Every time you look at Seahawks, they drop 38.
Yeah,
right.
You could make him the head coach and let him
let him coordinate and let him. You know, they'd be locked in for a long time.
I like
at least
that.
3-4 years. You know what I'm saying?
That's tough.
I keep on saying, cool, man. It's time.
Yeah.
He been around success for the last 4 or 5 years, man. So hey,
he could build a whole system for Sheduer.
Man,
you know, the wide zone, the play action, the naked. You know, get Sheduer out a little bit.
That's what he does
Nice
best.
mobile,
Off
that's
that
what he
play
does.
action. That play action, he gonna light people.
he got a
up.
line who can tote this outside zone. Yeah, hey man,
Yeah. They do got to get line help for sure.
but they toting right now for real. They ain't told last night, but for the most part, Junkins been running the ball, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can run the ball, and that's the thing that kind of
yards
missed
after
me about
contact.
Stefanski is he's creative in the run game. You watch the run game, they do give the defense a bunch of different looks, and they're able to get chunks of yards, and then it comes to the pass game, and it's just so basic, and it's half-field reads, and it's just not conducive to getting a young quarterback involved in the game and then giving him a chance at success.
Tommy Reed.
I looked at the film. That was I posted that video too, but this is a while back. I can't even. It was probably like 3 weeks ago, and I post so many videos per week. It's gonna be hard to find. But they had so many plays that were within like a 15-yard range. I think this was Sheduer's start versus the Raiders. It was just like not even 15, but like everything was like, again, like he said, it was condensed. It was like majority of their plays were you know, within a 20-25 yard, you know, range, and rarely ever anything like, you know, taking the top off the defense or anything deep. So I mean, you need that stuff, to number one, keep the defense honest and to at least have these options. Let's say something does pop open, or you got a one-on-one matchup, and for some reason he just doesn't call a lot of that, or he wasn't. I don't know. But I mean, that was the issue though when Flacco was there. We rarely seen any deep balls. Everything was just all congested. Everything was underneath. I mean, and kind of same thing with Dylan Gabriel. We've seen a few deep balls here and there, but that's been an issue for this offense all season. I don't know if he just has been scared to open the playbook because he's not trusting his quarterbacks, or that's just what he calls. But they've been doing it recent with Sheduer, and I think, honestly too as well, Sheduer just be taking his shots, so and I could respect it.
Is held back by Stefanski even still now? Do you think he can open it up and
Well,
say
of
that?
course. Stefanski said it in his press conference. Well, who called that play? I did. It's on me.
Right.
He did.
I called it.
Yep.
I don't want everything got to go through me.
Right.
He said it right there. So Tommy Reese just got the tag, bro.
Right.
He yay or nay and everything.
You're the head coach. It's your offense, but every season for the last couple seasons, you have to hand over the keys to the offense coordinator. He's not calling his own plays. That's Stefanski. That's Stefanski in the headset, third and short. Hey, we're going here. Hey, we're doing this. Hey, we're going to run this bullshit reverse with Judkins.
The annexation of Puerto Rico.
Because if Tommy Reese called
Motherfucker ran the annexation of Puerto Rico, bro. Like, what the fuck is he? Hey.
If Tommy Reese calls that and that doesn't work, he's fired.
Exactly.
I think Tommy Reese really messed with Sheduer. And given the leash would get off him, I think he could do a good job with him, honestly. But he just got Stefanski on that leash. Like,
It's guardrails.
You bet not.
It's tough.
Did you guys ever see Dion going
Nah.
to Cleveland?
No.
And
Deion
I've
don't
said
want
this
that stress.
Before. I know for a fact Sheduer doesn't want that.
He doesn't want it, yeah.
He wants to just
Shine in his own
he
light.
just wants to grow up and become his own young man, and he should.
Yeah.
He was Deion coached him since he was like peewee football.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think Dion doesn't want the
Yeah,
NFL
nah,
circus
man.
and the drama. You can run a college program. You're basically like a dictator. You dictate everything.
Exactly.
You run everything. In the NFL, there's a lot of oversight. There's a lot of Jimmy Haslam stepping in, and it's just such a different animal. I think Dion would
And
just
then
have
Prime
a ton of
just-
success.
He wanna
He's
watch
too
his son,
competitive
yeah.
to just leave Colorado where it's at.
I agree.
He's trying to get them to the college football
He is.
playoffs so he can. I told you this what the fuck I do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he ain't done there yet. He trying to finish his job there.
So,
Yeah.
And then you
I
just
can
want to
respect
watch your
that.
son play. You want to watch your son, succeed, without you. Because at the end of the day, you, as a father, you teach and you install these things in your children to see them develop without you. At some point, they have to leave the nest, right? And I just want to come Sundays and watch the games and watch my son ball.
I can respect that. And then too, like there's the narrative of how good Sheduer was, and that made, Deion had this talent. Like, I mean, he has Sheduer and Travis, but like how good Sheduer was, and now he don't got Sheduer, and now they doing bad. Is what I think they won 9 games last season when Sheduer was there. So and now I think they trashed this year. I haven't checked the record in it, but I've seen them get cooked this year. But yeah, I mean, you want to kind of prove that you can win without Sheduer. You can change a program around without Sheduer. And again, you be your own man in terms of being a coach, and he be his own man now in terms of being a player. Yeah, so I kind of like that take a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Let me sum this up by driving home the point how impressive Sheduer was yesterday, because, again, Cleveland was favored to win the game, and the Browns, I mentioned this earlier, but they really played a lousy football game as a team,
Right.
except for him.
I mean, that
So
defense
he had
getting
to,
31 up.
it was terrible.
Against
The
the
defense
Titans.
gave up 184
Titans.
yards rushing.
Right.
They couldn't stop the
184?
run.
Crazy.
That's rare.
Oh,
Special
game
teams
like
was a
that,
disaster
that-
again.
Like,
That was
look how
rare.
Sheduer had, what he had to overcome. They defer, so the ball's kicked to the Browns. The kid returns it to the 15. So Sheduer goes out and it's 15, and they go -4 run on the first play, 3-yard run, so now it's 3rd and 11, and Harold comes through unblocked and sacks Sheduer. So that's how you started. And before you look up, it's 14-3 Tennessee, and I thought they were going to get run out of the building.
Yeah.
And here he came, and here he came. It shows you resilience. it shows you poise. It shows you self-belief. You can't underestimate how great Sheduer was, top to bottom yesterday, start to finish. That was a statement game by that young man.
Great
You
performance.
called it. You called it, Skip. Yeah,
Well,
said it.
I do have a little follow-up question, though, because I know we all believe in Sheduer, but what is it going to take for the Browns? Because obviously Deshaun Watson just came back, and a lot of the mock drafts, which I know you said are bullshit, but had them picking a QB next year. So what's the draft look like next year for the Browns? You think they're going to really ride with Sheduer, not pick a QB?
They got two.
Oh, Brad, you know how dumb that would make the organization look to pick a quarterback after you just came off of a draft where you drafted 2 quarterbacks? Like, they kind of at a point where they have to make it work with Sheduer. If I'm being honest. It's going to look dumb. It's going to look so bad. You're going to lose the locker room. I mean, the fans are already 1 foot in, 1 foot out. So, and I'm pretty sure monetarily, Sheduer is bringing them a lot of monetary gain when it comes to viewership. Clearly, jersey sales. I mean, he had the most highest selling jersey, and he was a 5th rounder. So, yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense to play around with that. What they need to do in the draft, they had a really good draft this year. Really good draft. They hit on every pick, maybe except for Dylan Gabriel. And I don't think Dylan was that bad. I think just, again, the coach, kind of limited Dylan Gabriel. I would love to see Dylan Gabriel go somewhere else and get an opportunity to really prove, can he be a long-term starter? And maybe that chance is gone. I don't know. But again, I think it's very clear that this offense limits their quarterbacks. But they hit this draft. Judkins, Fannin, Mason Graham, Schweschinger, Dylan Sampson has been a nice RB2. Even though they kind of play Jerome Ford a little bit more to him sometimes, but he's been nice. This has been a really good class for them. So I think add some more to that defense. Add some depth. Maybe I really don't know what they need, honestly, on the defensive side. I mean, maybe another corner, a really good corner outside of on the opposite side of Denzel Ward. I think their safeties is decent. But yeah, I mean, add some more to that defense. You can go 1st round receiver. I wouldn't be mad at that. No disrespect to Judy or Tillman or whoever else they got there, Bond. But if there's a game changer type guy there, you take him. You take him. Because I mean, you want to give your quarterback lethal weapons. Fannin and Njoku, nice tight end duo. You got you a nice tight end duo right there. You got a nice running back duo in the backfield. I think just go ahead and get you some more receivers and just stack up that defense, and you're gonna be straight.
First, so
yeah, they got 2 first.
Two
And
first.
I've got to be a dog receiver.
Got to be a
I
dog
think they need an O-line and a
tackle and a
receiver.
receiver.
Right.
Yep.
But
Yeah.
you can remake that thing real quick. Okay, Sheduer's our guy. Let's use those top 2 overall picks to support him. Let's go get some real talent.
But
We'll
you
go
think
best.
they'll actually do that? They love to rotate quarterbacks.
Well, that's
Man,
the
they got
thing, right?
2. They got Watson.
That's gonna be
and
so
Ford.
bad if they do it.
That's
do
one
that.
performance. But if he keeps stacking performances like this,
No question.
Right, that's what,
way,
that's what
if
he's
he
got to do
created
the rest of the
yourself,
season.
yeah,
You
He's
let
got to keep
him
playing at a high
and
level.
Deshaun come in and battle for whoever gonna start. That's what you do.
if he
Yeah.
play,
And you get them both support and help.
I mean, to put
And
in
get somebody on that back end and for that defensive secondary. They need some safety, man.
seriously, to put in perspective, he's with the first Browns quarterback with 300+ yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rush touchdown since 1950.
God, dog, since Jim Brown and
75
Otto Graham them.
that is.
Like, you don't just do that. So hopefully, listen, fire Stefanski, get a wide receiver, get an O-lineman, and keep Sheduer.
they got 2
okay?
dog tight ends. Like,
Yeah.
they got a
Fanning
solid-
him,
Things
boy.
can be different.
Fanning,
Yeah,
Fanning.
Things
nice.
can be different.
Him.
Nice.
And he got that dog.
Yeah,
They got
he
a
does.
great rookie class. Like, man,
They do. Well, they're going to have the defensive rookie of the year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he looked like me my rookie year out there.
Judkins is a stud too. That
Yeah,
kid-
they
that
got the
kid
run
runs
game
hard.
going. They got
Graham a stud on the
They got
Yeah.
some.
They've
But
got
that ain't
some
never
good
been the
pieces.
problem. It ain't never been all this. It's been the quarterback. And Cole.
All right. 95% of the chat says fire Stefanski.
Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, my gosh. All right, we're going to move on to Speakeasy, their thoughts. Now, to be fair, y'all, I'm going to try to keep these a little bit shorter because I am on a time crunch. So we gonna...
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to talk about the main event. Sheduer Sanders went out there and absolutely balled against the Tennessee Titans. 23 of 42, 364 yards, 4 total touchdowns with 1 interception. They did lose the game, but Sheduer Sanders had the best game of any quarterback that the Cleveland Browns have shown this year. Yeah. And also to add on to that, he had more yards than any other rookie quarterback this season. He had more yards in this game than any rookie 5th-round quarterback in NFL history.
Wow.
Unbelievable. Great performance from Sheduer. Did he prove today that he is the future of the franchise for the Cleveland Browns?
I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Picks. Football season is here and basketball season is here, so there's absolutely no better time to join. It's super easy to use. To create a lineup, all you got to do, select a few player stats, pick more or less. That's literally.
I got a sponsor coming soon for y'all. I didn't pause it. I did?
It's good to be right.
Oh, I thought I skipped.
Absolutely. Sheduer Sanders is beyond the shadow of a doubt the future of the Cleveland Browns. Sheduer looked better versus an NFL team than the supposed #1 overall pick Heisman winner Mendoza looked versus Ohio State just yesterday. Sheduer Sanders is the future of the Browns.
Oh, they played Ohio State? Let me know how that game went in the comment section. Interesting. Both of them undefeated, huh? I didn't know that.
Period. 4 touchdowns, including a rushing, 393 yards. I already watched the Sheduer Sanders tape. You can watch it after the show. It's on YouTube, a full complete breakdown. What you see of Sheduer Sanders is this: darts to Jerry Jeudy and the second window of zone coverage after he beats his initial player in man. What you see is perfect passes to David Njoku over the shoulder of another defender. What you see is 8-yard touchdown runs when everybody's covered in man coverage. What you see is Sheduer Sanders checking at the line of scrimmage.
Ooh, Indiana beat Ohio State? Wow. Boy, I ain't know this. That's tough.
And then
I
hitting
wish I
Harold
would've watched
Fannin
that.
on wheel
Dang,
routes
man.
after he brings in another wide receiver to chip block to buy more time. You see Sheduer Sanders processing cerebrally. You see Sheduer Sanders athletically scoring with his legs. And then you see Sheduer Sanders pinpoint accuracy with his arm. Sheduer Sanders isn't just the present. He is the future of the Cleveland Browns because, again, he is doing better against NFL teams than supposed #1 overall picks are doing against college teams. It's a no-brainer. Sheduer Sanders is absolutely the mainstay QB for the Browns in the immediate future.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, he looked good. He looked more confident. Every game you see him play, you're going to see the swagger come out, the more confidence. You see the trash talking. You see him and Simmons today talking back and forth. Yep. Simmons is probably the best D tackle on the Titans for sure.
Absolutely.
I mean, going
Not
at it. And I
probably,
just think that
for
Sheduer
sure.
is going to get
That's not a
more
question.
reps, more time, more reps, more time, more reps. He's going to get better. Only thing that's going to hold Sheduer Sanders back is his coach, Kevin Stefanski. How the hell does this kid get you down there to the goal line, y'all score, and then you take him out for the extra point? What are we doing? What are we doing? Yo, and it's crazy because everybody has their own journey, right? God has the plans for everybody. And it's obvious that Sheduer, he went through all this stuff to get where he is right now, and the coach is still holding him back. So the only person can hold Sheduer Sanders back is Kevin Stefanski. That's it.
And we're going to get there, obviously. But what's interesting when I think about
He looked good,
Sheduer
though,
is
today, man.
clearly Sheduer belonged in the first round or two. The reason I say that is this. Jackson Dart has looked good.
Yep.
Tyler Shuck right now has looked good. Cam Ward has shown some promise.
Yeah.
And now Sheduer Sanders has looked good. Like Sheduer Sanders looks like all of the other top two round quarterbacks taken look.
Yeah.
You feel me? For anybody that still wants to doubt where Sheduer Sanders should have gone, Sheduer looks like them. Who doesn't? That undrafted player that started for the Minnesota Vikings when J.J. McCarthy got hurt.
That's tough. Nah, that's factual though. In terms of Sheduer looking like a first-round quarterback, in terms of like he looks like the rest of the guys, who were drafted. It was so many people saying, like, and let's say Sheduer played a trash defense in the Titans. Okay, cool. Outside of that game, Ravens, he just thrown into the fire, and again, personnel-wise, Ravens is nice on defense. And everybody has they games. If you want to use a cop out of the Ravens are not doing good this year. Ravens have had some great games. Every team in the league this year has had a great game and a bad game, and some of them had multiple. So again, the Ravens played good against Sheduer. Rookie quarterback thrown into a situation, didn't play well. Outside of that, though, 49ers, he played decent. Raiders played decent, and against the Titans, he played good. He looks the part. I mean, all these other quarterbacks, he looks like he's in the same league with them, and fair to say that I've been saying that the Titans have had bad play calling all year, so I give Cam Ward some grace. The Browns play calling is not great, but I do think it's better than the Titans, but slightly better. But I mean, yeah, in my opinion, I thought Sheduer was the best quarterback in his draft class. Jackson Dart has looked very good this year in terms of being a rookie. To be determined as projection wise, but everybody who was saying that he sucks, and it's like it was kind of confusing to me. Like, did all of these millions of people who were saying that he sucks and he deserved to go in the 5th round because that's where he got drafted, it's like as if there was no collusion. This kind of proves that there was some form of collusion, but it's okay. Whatever the reason behind it is, whether it be race, job security, whatever the long list, it could be multiple things. It is what it is, but it's clear to see watching his college tape that this was a talented quarterback. So all the people that was questioning, not even questioning, just straight up saying that he sucked, it's kind of crazy. Yeah.
Who doesn't? Dylan Gabriel, who went in the 3rd round. But, who does look like one of the best 4 quarterbacks in football? Sheduer Sanders, who was supposed to be taken amongst those quarterbacks as well. You feel me?
And another thing today is I felt like they took the training rules off, right? They let him play because everything else was so conservative. And today they started letting him throw the ball.
Yeah.
And he threw the ball and he looked good. He looked confident. And another thing, he ran the ball. Today I was like, you know what? This is how I know he's in his bag. This is how I know he's comfortable because he's scrambling.
Yeah.
Right? And it ain't got to be for 50 yards and all that. But it was small things. Okay, it's 2nd and 8. And I'm getting some pressure. Okay, boom. 10-yard run, 1st down. Sheduer gonna be hard to game plan for, yo. Because right now, I don't know his ceiling.
Yeah.
Bro, in your second game as a starting quarterback, you put up 300 yards?
He's gotten
360 at that. 3 touchdowns?
The craziest thing is, Shady, this is 3 weeks of first-team reps.
Dog.
Everything he said after that first start was, it gets dangerous if I have a whole offseason to prepare. Yeah. If you're watching this as a Cleveland Browns fan, if you're in the Cleveland Browns front office, how are you not saying, I can't wait to see what this is like with a full offseason?
Yeah.
To me, today showed so much of what he can be. It's unbelievable. He's on the same field with Cam Ward. They don't look different.
Here is what I need to continue to see from Sheduer, which is why I like what we saw today, because he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
And we're seeing that. Here's what I want you to go back and watch. It's fascinating. I noticed this today, 2-5. Every time Sheduer makes a great play, he backdoors and makes a boneheaded play. I just want to see Sheduer rein in those emotions.
Yeah.
Go back to the Raiders game. After that 58-yard pass to Isaiah Bond, his very next play, pick.
Yeah.
The play today, he finds Harold Fannin on a wheel route. 2 plays later, fumbles a snap. It's when he goes down to the end zone. 2 plays later, fumbles a snap.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Was that fumble snap his fault? Y'all let me know in the comment section.
It's like, Sheduer, all we need to see from you now, temper those emotions. And then here's the biggest thing, Sheduer Sanders. Know when the journey is over. What I mean by that is, if you have 5 seconds in the pocket and you've evaded a defender and you've evaded an oncoming linebacker, throw the ball away. Throw the check down. Throw it at your running back's feet. Don't take the bad sack. Know when the journey is over. Because as much as we praise Sheduer, if we want to be honest about Sheduer undermined his team's chances of winning this game. The Browns were up 17-14. They were driving. Sheduer throws a bad interception. Titans go on to score. Titans led the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like, remember this. Sheduer Sanders brought the Browns back after the Browns were trailing at first. Then Sheduer, boneheaded pick. Knowing the journey's over. You had not only that drive won, you had the game to.
I said that too with that pick. I said that pick was pivotal. You know, win some, you lose some. He's trying to make a play, trying to get it. He was a little off balance making that throw though, so that was very risky. And I think he'll live and learn. You know, again, he's a rookie, so some of these things, again, we can give a bunch of grace and I think we can give him benefit of the doubt because it seemed like he holds himself to a high standard. May try some things and okay, hopefully we're not seeing that next year, you know, or hopefully we're not seeing that same thing 2-3 weeks from now. He can work some of the stuff out of his game, but he don't really have a lot of flaws in my opinion. You know, like again, his main flaw is just holding on to the ball for too long. I think he does take some dumb sacks sometimes, but I mean, he's not the only quarterback in the league who does it. I said that about Lamar this week. I think Lamar takes some. I think like the clock. He needs that clock in his head to be a little quicker. I think he does make some plays where he needs to get the ball out a lot sooner. But again, you know, reeling it back in on Sheduer. Hopefully, we're not seeing this stuff long term.
Some degree one. Your defense was now starting to turn the corner. They were becoming more stifling. But you just throw a Hail Mary pick, and before you know it, Titans go down and score. I think the next drive, there's a turnover. Titans go down and score again. And now you're trailing. You never go back to take the lead. So this isn't just going to be some praise or glaze session for Sheduer. There is still a lot he can improve on. But what we noticed in today is he has all of the tools necessary, and he's him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, he's a rookie, though. So,
yeah, that's
I don't even care about the picks. I'm okay with that. Fumble snap, I'm cool with that. Because you're a rookie. All them things can be corrected. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but what
exactly.
you can't teach 360-something yards.
Yeah.
You can't teach 3 touchdowns and only in your second start as a rookie. You can't teach that. Yeah. So I'm okay with them bonehead plays, Acho, because I know what's.
I think too, whenever just in the future for some of y'all, when you look at these type of stats, you got to go back and look at the replays. And to be fair, Sheduer made some very nice throws. Now, a very stat padded game, and I use stat padded not in the correct context, but a very stat padded game when Russell Wilson played the Cowboys earlier this year. He had that monster game. When you look at a lot of those balls, they were Hail Mary type throws. He's just throwing it up. There was no guarantee that the DB was beat on some of those. Some of them were decently covered. But the Cowboys were playing so bad with the ball when the ball was in the air, and they were playing so bad in general that he had a great game. He finished with a great game. But when I'm seeing these numbers and I'm actually watching the film and I'm actually watching the replays on some of these throws, and the throws are actually, some perfect throws. Okay, again, just in general, we got to take this stuff into context when looking at these stats because stats can lie to us sometimes.
With the bigger play. The bigger play is, he's going to learn from all these different mistakes. And by next year, because there's no playoffs this year, by next year, he's going to be a bona fide superstar.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
And here's the thing.
I'm all right with that.
Sheduer did exactly what Shady asked him to do, and not even what Shady asked him to do, what Sheduer asked himself to do. Remove all doubt. Remove all doubt. Sheduer, you can't have Shady McCoy and everybody on TV trying to argue why you should be the starter. He's removed all doubt. Yeah. Sheduer Sanders is starting the rest of the season. And then again, you watch college, I watch college, everybody, we at least y'all watch some of these championship games. Who you going to take at number one if you got Sheduer there? You going to take Mendoza from Indiana? Who you going to take? Ty Simpson from Alabama? Who you going to take? Diego Pavia, who's already older than Sheduer at Vanderbilt? Who you going to take?
Yeah.
You're going to waste a first-round pick to replace Sheduer.
That's a good point.
Or you could utilize a first-round pick and give Sheduer more help. Because Sheduer is doing this with David Njoku.
They don't have to use a first-round pick. I mean, they could use a fifth again or a third. So, I mean, you don't got to use a first-round pick. But, no, they don't need to draft the quarterback at all. That should be the last thing on their minds.
Jerry Jeudy, Quinshon Judkins, Harold Fannin. Like, Sheduer's not even doing this with a bona fide one. He's doing this with a rookie tight end, an often injured David Njoku, a rookie running back. and two offensive linemen were hurt. 2-5.
Yeah.
Conklin was hurt, and the right tackle was hurt.
And Conklin's nice.
And Batonio, I think, in Conklin.
Yeah, Batonio and Conklin. Okay. This is my
That
question
ain't a
for
wide
you guys.
receiver. They
now.
ain't a real wide receiver.
That was leading to my
Jerry
question.
Jeudy ain't that. He's just okay.
Fellas, the Browns should be viewing Sheduer Sanders as a blessing.
Yep.
You have a 5th-round quarterback for the Cheapski
Yeah.
for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
And guess what? You have, and honestly, you have a solid
round is
defense.
crazy.
You have a playmaker in Harold Fannin. You have a playmaker in Quinshon Judkins. Go add weapons. Build around him for the Cheapski. You don't have to pay. I'm sorry, you're still gonna have to pay Deshaun Watson, but still, you can get so much out of this deal right now because you took Sheduer Sanders in the 5th round. In my honest opinion, it would be organizational malpractice for the Cleveland Browns to look at what he's doing right now and say, like I don't want to build around him. Let's wait until Deshaun Watson gets back next year. It's organizational malpractice. They have a perfect setup right now to become a real contender.
Yeah.
And my question to you guys is, will the Cleveland Browns Cleveland Brown it?
I'm going to say no. Here's why, Shady. Let me elaborate.
I don't think they will.
The Browns have
And I think genuinely, bro, I think the reason why they're not is because it's finance. It's a business at the end of the day. And if this young quarterback is bringing you all this money, you know, as an owner, all right, the Deshaun. Didn't the owner say that we missed on Deshaun Watson, like it was a bad move? Like he said that publicly, like that it didn't turn out to be a good move. I believe he said that a few months ago. Being self-aware as an organization, Sheduer is bringing y'all so much monetary gain that it makes sense to move forward with him. It does not make sense to go back. And again, it's a business first. So they're going to think about what brings them more money. And if he's bringing them more money, which he is, they're going to roll with him. Until that changes, and you know what I mean? Which I doubt is going to change anytime soon. It's yeah, I think that I don't see them doing the wrong thing, even though it is the Browns. And the reason why I say that also is because, again, it's the Browns. So when there's uncertainty there, then you don't really know what to do. But you're certain that you have a young quarterback for the cheap, and he's winning for y'all monetarily. So makes sense to stick with it.
I'm gonna say a hot take. I'm sorry.
Oh, here we go.
The Browns have put Sheduer Sanders in a position to become historical. Here's why I say that. Nobody in Cleveland has had success since the turn of the century. Baker Mayfield had the most success. He won one playoff game. Sheduer Sanders, you're young and you're cheap. Quinshon Judkins is young and incredibly talented. Harold Fannin is young and incredibly talented. Isaiah Bond is out there. Jerry Jeudy is still out there. David Njoku is still out there. Myles Garrett still has 3 to 4 more great years in him. Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit, Schlesinger probably going to be rookie of the year. Plus Mason Graham, your first-round pick on the defense, was a rookie as well. Plus you got, I believe, 2 first-round picks next year because of what you gave up in order to give away what could have been Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
So, like, Sheduer, with the nucleus of this young Cleveland Browns team, you could change the trajectory of the Browns franchise. And if Sheduer does that, that would be one of the greatest accomplishments we would have seen, up there with Joe Burrow leading the Bengals to a Super Bowl, Cam Newton leading the Panthers to a Super Bowl. The quarterbacks that can completely turn around losing franchises, they are etched in the history of at least that franchise and maybe the history of the National Football League. So, like, Sheduer is set up for success.
When is Deshaun Watson coming back?
He's back at practice now.
But I'm saying, so he's actually like getting reps now and all that. So eventually he's gonna be ready to play.
Yeah, in theory he could now.
So my question is, do you hold him out the whole year, or do you let Sheduer keep starting? Because you said $80 million is still attached to him, right?
Yeah, to do with Watson.
That is what it is, bro.
What do you think they're gonna do? Because Kevin Stefanski, I already know he don't like Sheduer. But then again, when Sheduer keep balling like
That
this,
part 2-5.
right?
That part.
So do you wash with this $80 million?
You have to. I think. I or at least you're
But I'm really tired of the whole Deshaun Watson like era.
Well, Sheduer can end it. And I think Sheduer is ending it. Yep. 350 passing yards is wild.
Yeah.
And again,
Look at the Vikings. They signed a quarterback to $100 million contract the same offseason. Drafted a quarterback in the first round. was it last year? So to think that the Browns are not going to do it, they're going to do it. They're going to roll with Sheduer. 49ers, after the quarterback in the first round, rolled with the 7th round last pick quarterback. There's another similar situation. I'm trying to think of there's another one currently in the league right now. I'm not thinking of not thinking of a Tom Brady. There's another one. It's not coming on my mind right now. But we're gonna move on. They're gonna talk about Stefanski being fired. I'm gonna let this roll for like 5 minutes because it's already longer than I intended. But I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on this. So we're not gonna stick on this topic for long. I'm gonna just hear the overall point and get my thoughts.
The
on
Kevin
it.
Stefanski situation is tough. Shady, you put out a tweet earlier today. You said, "How can Sheduer be great when his own coach is holding him back?" I can't wait to hear Kevin's excuse after they sat him for the 2-point conversion play to go tie the game.
How crazy was that, though, dog?
Okay, so for those of y'all who watched my reaction to the arena, I'm finna just say the same thing over again. If you didn't watch it because you prefer Speakeasy, this is what I'm finna say. If you look at this here, clearly it's miscommunication. Larvidan and Quinshawn was not on the same page. I'm assuming Quinshawn did the wrong thing. If Quinshawn would have pitched this ball to Larvidan, this would have been converted. Larvidan is back here. There are no other Titans in sight that can get him. You got this dude right here. He's blocked. You got this dude right here. But look at the angle. He's facing this way, and he got a guy that can clearly knock him out this play. So I feel pretty confident that this I give this like a 90% chance of conversion. The 10% would be maybe this guy breaks off his block, or this guy does, or this guy does. But they're all blocked.
Yeah,
I cannot.
And then when you look at this here again, Larvidan's still back here. This guy is tangled up in his. Whoever this is, he got his guy locked. So this I think 90% chance could have been converted if Quinshawn would have pitched it like he was. I'm assuming he was supposed to.
I stand that coach, yo.
Fellas, I mean, the
Can
Stefanski,
I advocate for the devil first?
Whoa, like already?
Let me
Already?
Let me
Look, we
jump
got
to
more
advocate
tweets
for
to get to.
Let me jump to advocate for the devil first. I got some important information for y'all. There's no better place to win cash while watching sports than Prize Picks. Football season is here, and basketball season is here. So there's absolutely. Wait. You know what? Let's hear Kevin Stefanski
Okay. I was about to say we got some more sound here.
Y'all take a look at the devil. Figuratively speaking.
Oh my god.
This is what Kevin Stefanski had to say about the 2-point conversion decision of pulling Sheduer off the field. I'll let you guys take a listen.
Moments.
What was supposed to happen on that last 2-point?
What was supposed to happen on that?
Yeah, not going to get into all the specifics, Jeff, but obviously did not go as we thought it would.
Did you make that?
Yeah, you don't tell the media what the play was supposed to be, because if you want to run that play later this season, then you just gave that play away. So you don't answer that.
Call it or did Tommy?
Yeah, I make every call. Why would you take him off? Yeah, it's a 2-point play. Didn't come through on our first 2-point play. Got to the second 2-point play, we didn't come through. But that's on me.
Was that play call yours or Tommy's?
I'm responsible for all of it.
Kevin,
Let me advocate. Let me advocate for the devil.
Okay, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Just know. We got 9,700 people in here. I need you to not piss all 9,700 off, please.
Playing a dangerous game.
Look, the play design was phenomenal. The play design was actually phenomenal. The play call, I don't love. Shady, hear me. Okay, y'all know me. I'm watching.
How can you say that?
Say what part?
The play call was phenomenal.
The design, Shady.
How do you know that, though?
And again, what I said this earlier as well, they've consistently ran the Wildcat in these last 3 games, right? And every time they ran it, it was a direct snap to Quinshawn, no trickery. So when you finally add trickery to it, you catch the defense off guard because they think you're going to do the same thing that you did the past 2 games. And they caught the defense off guard, but he missed the pitch.
I watched it.
I watched the Bulls.
Do we want to take a look at it?
Can we take a look at it? Is this the one I posted?
We got the video. No, this is just the video of it.
Okay. Well, here, let me break this down. Let me break this down. 2-5, look. Quinshon Judkins, the quarterback, and ain't nobody told y'all this yet. Everybody's just mad. But the 9,700 y'all in here, y'all are getting exclusive information. Quinshon Judkins, who is taking the Wildcat snap, he is reading the cornerback because the cornerback is in man-to-man coverage on that receiver. If the cornerback runs with the reverse, he's supposed to keep it. If the cornerback stays home, he's supposed
Okay, so this is dependent on. He should have pitched this because Brody is stuck right here. He should have pitched this.
to pitch it. Look at him. The running back with the ball in his hands is only looking at the cornerback. He's not even looking.
Oh, look at this, bro. If he pitches this, everybody is facing this way. The odds of somebody, Larpin ain't got some wheels. And Ian, like, I don't think he's 4.3 speed or anything, but he got some wheels. He could have easily cut this corner.
He can get his pitch man. By the time he decides, oh crap, the cornerback stayed home and wants to pitch it, let it play. It's too late. Like, that design is actually brilliant because if you look at the wider copy, had he pitched it, it's a walk-in. Now, where I disagree is Sheduer had the hot hand. You can keep Sheduer in because he had the hot hand. Also,
I guess.
So, Kevin Stefanski, you have to be cognizant of the fact that nobody's going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Nobody is. I've seen Drew Brees come out at the goal line for Taysom Hill.
Yeah.
I've seen Quinshon Judkins going for Sheduer Sanders in the Raiders game. There was a 2-point play, I believe, earlier on in this game that didn't work.
Yeah.
So I can't kill him for the design, Shady. The design was quality.
I'm shooting him like 8,500 times.
NBA Youngboy?
Yeah. Yo, you just said the design was perfect, right? You just said a running back is reading a corner, and he's a rookie at that? Wait, not no veteran running back, a rookie.
Yeah.
Right? Dog, what are we talking about here? Your
Yeah, I wasn't buying that 100%. I think it was just him reading the corner in terms of like knowing the coverage, I'll say. I mean, that could be right, but I think in terms of like, reading the play and just seeing, if I guess that it could. What I just said could be somewhat valid. It could.
quarterback has a hot hand. Hot hand, he's confident.
Yeah.
He's full of himself.
Yeah.
Keep him in the game. Yo, you talking about reading a corner? So he didn't go with the corner.
Yeah.
So he thought about it.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? What is this?
Shady, players got to make plays, though, G.
Bro, I'm not putting the ball in my rookie running back's hands.
So you'd rather put it in your rookie quarterback's hands?
That's hot. Yo, in this game, Sheduer Sanders was the hottest dude running around.
He was.
Was he not? Why are we making this thing harder?
He was.
And then Stefanski. I'm so tired of him, man. He gives these half-ass answers.
Oh, my.
It's like he don't even want to talk.
Hold on.
Nah, I think
they chucking tomatoes at your ass.
Yeah, I mean, look at the chat.
I think Stefanski was just short and sweet with it, if I'm being honest. This is if y'all go ahead and rewind the video, I'm not making a what's the word? I can't think of the word, but I'm not saying keep Stefanski, he's a great coach and all this. I'm not doing none of that. But this specific play wasn't a terrible play. Should they have kept Sheduer in? If the play would have worked perfectly, people still would have said something because they scored. They scored in the Raiders game with Quinshon, and people were still saying something. So if it worked, it worked. It's okay. I don't think it's that deep. He's trying to win the game as a coach. Whether he's making good calls or bad calls, whether he's a good coach or a bad coach, I think he's trying to win a game. I think, but I don't think that was a terrible call. Y'all let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I think maybe there's some incompetence there, as I can't like, this is the best play I got. I can't think of a great play in the red zone with my quarterback. Maybe there is some incompetence there, but at the same time, again, I don't think it's a bad play. So maybe that is a good play. I mean, maybe it is the best play. Again, it would have worked if Quinshon would have did his job. But let me know your thoughts. Subscribe, stay tuned, stay blessed, man.